One of my favorite things in life is my gold jewelry that I do not have to take off in the shower, or if I decide to go swimming or get in the ocean, and then all my jewelry can stay on. That is my best case scenario. And it is gold month at Macy's, so they are taking 45% off gold earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and more. This is a really massive sale, and they have a ton of options. They have tons of gold hoops and just gold jewelry, gold necklaces, gold bracelets, rings. If you want to create like a go-to ring stack, or if you want some new gold religious jewelry or men's jewelry, they have got it all covered. It is basically the whole month of May. So May 1st through the 31st, that's kind of coming up on, we're closing out gold month. So if you guys are interested, definitely go to Macys.com to check it out and get some new jewelry. Also could be a great gift. Great time to get a high quality gift for a good price.
I got Nick a really nice watch from Macy's, I think like a year ago for his birthday, and he loves it. They also just have so many things for summer. Summer's coming up. It's getting warmer. It's time to switch out some of the things in your closet, maybe for some tank tops, t-shirts, swimwear, shorts, and Macy's has it all. They have so many cute styles, so many good brands. So make sure you go to Macys.com to shop for jewelry or anything else you need this summer. Again, gold month ends on the 31st, so definitely go check it out while it's still going at Macys.com. Welcome back, everybody, to the What We Said podcast. Happy Tuesday. We are going to be reading some fun stories today, and it's going to be a fun time. We're talking about strange interactions with strangers. So we've never done these stories before, so I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I feel like they're going to be feral.
Yeah, Beth said she was LOLing reading them, so I'm excited. That's always a good sign.
Also, we got the same memo today without talking. We're both wearing
comfy
slippers, sweatshirts.
Do you know why? Well, I don't know why we both decided to wear that. Probably because we both just want to be comfy. We're comfy gals, but I'm not going to say I'm in a foul mood, but I am I'm in a great mood generally, but I am just having one of those days where I'm just like not feeling it. Like I hate my nails,
my outfit.
No,
what does that sound?
Hate the outfit, hate the hair. Right? Yeah, I forgot what it is. I hate my hair. I hate my nails. I hate my outfit. I hate all my shoes. Like I hate all my clothes. I hate my makeup. I hate everything. I hate. And I also have a rash. I didn't talk about my rash last time. And I have these I look like a pickle. You can't see from this far. But I basically have all these, what looks like warts, but they're just like little bumps. Start on my finger, and then they spread down, and they're on all my knuckles. This finger is so bad. It literally looks like a pickle, if you can see. It just has all these.
Is it itching anymore, or is it still just the same?
It is itching, and it's like all around my cuticles too. They just like pop up, and they're on my elbows, on my knees, like on all my joints. Well, not all of them, but my knees, my elbows, and on my wrist. And my fingers. I just have these like bumps, and they hurt. They're on the inside of my palms too. So when I pick things up, they like hurt. So I have a dermatology appointment tomorrow to see what the freak is happening.
That is probably definitely contributing to your foul mood because there's nothing worse than just like a little ailment that's like just annoying enough and you don't know what it is. I just saw that Aspen said she's been breaking out in hives.
I know. I was going to message her. I don't even know if these are hives. Like I was asking I went to a midwife appointment and I asked her about it. She's like, it looks like psoriasis, but she's not a dermatologist. She was like, it just looks like psoriasis.
Yeah, that's not looking like hives for sure.
No, but it seems like some kind of reaction to something because I don't know. So
I'm sorry you're dealing with that because that is extremely annoying.
I know.
hate stuff like that.
It's so annoying.
Very relatable though.
Yeah.
I also
and my nails are so grown out, but I can't go get them done because I don't want to irritate my rash. So they're just like, my hair is getting stuck in them. Like my hair is also so thick and healthy. Like it's genuinely so annoying. Like it's so, I just want to like rip it off of my head. It's like, it's at I'm growing it out. No one cares, I know, but I'm growing it out.
Get it all out. Lay it on the table for us.
Like sticking to my neck, and it just feels like it's like a coat on my neck all day, but it's too short to put in a ponytail. So it's just like so annoying. And so I've just been over it. And my skin is so dry. And my scalp, I'm just like, I can't. So, but other than that, like I'm in a great mood in regular life. Like love my life. I saw this Pinterest thing, like quote or template actually. It was like how to find a new you. And it was probably made by a 12-year-old. It was like how to enter a new era. It's probably made by us.
Yeah, sounds like a podcast episode we would do.
And it was all of these like self-helpy prompts. Mm-hmm. Like what would she wear? What would she think? Mm-hmm. How would she act? And I was thinking about it. I'm like, I genuinely like maybe 6 years ago I would eat that up. But in this stage of my life, I just like who I am. And I'm just content with myself. Like, and I just like my life. And I was like, that is a very,
that's a good
I'm proud of myself. Yeah, that's a great place to be.
Like you're not looking to switch anything drastic.
Be a new person. Yeah. I was just like, I could use a haircut.
Yeah. Nothing crazy. Me, on the other hand, I've been something about like, I don't know if it's the end of pregnancy. I don't know what is happening. I'm like, tell me why I have the travel bug. I want to go on some trips. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Not even that I really want to right now. I just was like getting excited about the prospect of like the future trips. And then I have had this wild idea that I'm going to become like a photographer again, just like full-time photographer.
That's not that wild.
That's not that crazy.
Wait, really? Wow. Tell me more.
No, stop. I mean, I don't think I actually will, but I was just, I don't know. I've talked about this a lot, and so I feel like the fact that I keep talking about it and gravitating towards it definitely means something.
Like doing more photo shoots?
Yeah, doing more just creative photography work where I'm not as forward-facing. Like I've said this a million times. Obviously on this podcast, it's very forward-facing. We're talking about our lives and stuff like that, which I do love. But I've just been thinking about creative-wise how I always say, I'm like, how did I get here where I'm now the person in the content? Like when I prefer to be behind the scenes, like creative directing something happening. Yeah. And all the things that I save as inspiration, my idea for it is me taking the photo. So that says something to me that I should be doing that more often.
Follow your heart.
And I think like I've just been thinking after I have a baby and stuff, will I want to maybe just do more stuff like that behind the scenes where it's like not about me. It's just I get directing to be creative and I get to direct the process because that's what I love to do. And I feel like I haven't had as many of those opportunities. Like, I mean, I could create them for myself. It's just that, most of the work I do now is kind of the opposite. I do get to be creative, which I'm so grateful for. I love that. I love that I get to come up with creative concepts for brands and stuff, but sometimes I just don't like that I'm the like model, quote unquote, in it. I'm like, wait, that's not, I don't want to.
You're not part of your own vision. Yeah.
It's not, that's not the vision. The vision was a different model. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I've just been thinking about that a lot. And then I was looking at this, I was pinning some photos on Pinterest. These like wedding photos were popping up and I was like, why do I want to shoot that? Like it looked so beautiful. Yeah, just like film. Because I'm in a different kind of era now. Where I was like, oh,
you never really got to dive into that when you were shooting weddings.
Yeah. I really don't think I'm going to become like a wedding photographer again. I actually do not think so at all. Yeah. But maybe some fun styled shoots and maybe even just for fun, not even for money or anything. But yeah, I've been definitely thinking more about that. And I feel like I'll see people with like these, I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to say I don't feel like I'm in my purpose because I do in a lot of ways I do. Yeah. But I think creatively, as far as like, you guys know, I've been like trying to start a brand for 3 years, over 3 years.
Long time.
And I just pretty much completely put it on pause. Like when I started doing IVF, I was like, I cannot do all of this at the same time. And so I haven't been working on that at all. And maybe I'll pick it back up again. But I think as far as that part of my life goes, like the job part, I don't feel like fully aligned with, like I have so many ideas and I feel like there's so much potential. Yeah. And I do not think that I'm like even close to what
tapping into it.
Like I want to do.
Yeah.
And I see, a few examples. Like I see Teza and her app, and I see like Paige Lorenz and her like Dairy Boy, and she just came out with a new brand. I don't know if you saw that. She like just announced it. It's like a home brand within Dairy Boy, and like the shoot for it was so beautiful. And like, it's not that I want to do what they're doing, but I'm like, they're so aligned.
Yeah.
And like, I see the vision for them so well, and I love what they're doing. It's so inspiring. And I see that for myself, but I'm not doing it at all. Like, I'm not saying that the podcast isn't, because I do feel very aligned doing this podcast, obviously. But I think just as far as like my creative, whatever stuff, I don't know.
Yeah, personal.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I've been thinking a lot about that. And maybe that's just like an identity crisis I'm having right before I have a kid.
Probably,
I don't know.
It's probably because you gave yourself a break, honestly.
Yeah.
So you were allowed time to, rethink and have the pressure pulled off, where it's like, okay, now I can kind of go back with a refreshed mindset and
kind of start from scratch and see like, what do I love and what am I
why
drawn
you liked
to?
it in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even with the podcast, I've been like feeling certain itches to like change certain aspects of it. Like, I've been texting you a little. I'm like, wait, what if we did this first? I don't know. I just have ideas because I just want to feel, there's nothing better than feeling aligned and very proud of what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes when you do too much or you're really busy, and like I've been in that stage for a while now, where just ever since, honestly, like it's been pretty much a year of me feeling like I'm kind of in survival mode of just like doing IVF, getting pregnant after a long awaited thing, renovating a house. There's a lot going on, and I feel like it is very hard to just like do it all amazing and be so on top of every aspect of your life. And so I have felt like I'm just kind of like,
you can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, like I'm always in a bit of like a survival mode. And I had said in my episode with Leif, I was like, maybe I'm crazy I was like, I don't even want to say this because people are like, Jessie, wait for the newborn stage. But I'm like, something in me tells me that like once I give birth, I don't know, I don't want to say it will be easier, but like there will be this certain type of relief of like a new chapter. I don't know how to explain it. And I said that and I was like, oh, I'm great. I'm just going to get all these comments like, you're not going to be saying that once she's whatever. And I know I'll always like, it will be hard in certain ways, but I actually got a few messages from girls being like, no, you're like spot on. Like that's how I felt. Like once I gave birth, it was a new chapter, and I felt like actually very freed up in a lot of ways. Yeah. And just anyway, I was like, okay, I like that.
Yeah,
that's good
100%.
So, yeah, I've been thinking lots of things.
Yeah,
brainstorming.
It's new energy, fresh energy. That's how I feel after I give birth. I'm always just like, okay, I'm good to go.
Yeah,
And it is like a mark of a new chapter where when you're pregnant, you're always like looking forward to this
kind of
main
preparing
event.
for a main event.
Yeah. And then once you give birth, it's like, okay,
like let's start our life.
Yeah, this is what I've been waiting. This is what I've been prepping for. Now that was the pregame. This is the real thing. And now it's exciting to like have almost like a new challenge in a way, but also a new just life stage.
For sure. We are going to take a quick ad break to talk about the Nike Indie Bra and the Universa legging. We are so excited about this sponsorship. We've both been wearing Nike gear since we were teenagers for any sports we were in or physical activities. We always know that we can rely on Nike. So how do you take your breaks? Do you go for a walk or a workout class? Do you like to meal plan, run to the grocery store, maybe grab coffee with a friend? You can do all of that and more in style with the Nike Indie Bra and Universa legging. The Indie Bra now comes in 3 support levels, low, medium, and high. I personally like a high support, secure feeling bra for when I'm running or doing a cycling class, but I don't want to be wearing that all day. I like something lighter with thinner straps and smoother edges for running errands or doing things around the house. And luckily, the Nike Indie Bra has both of those options and a medium option for the in-between. All 3 are so soft and look so flattering on. The Nike Universa leggings are perfect to pair with the Indie Bra. They really help smooth and lift, stretching freely with your every move. Wherever your workout takes you, their squat-proof, mid-weight, and finished smooth fabric gives you uncompromising comfort and feels cool and sleek to the touch. Plus, they're durable enough for you to flex, wash, and wear again and again. They're the pair you'll reach for whether you need something for your everyday run, everyday practice, or just every day. Find your feel with Nike Bras and Leggings that deliver supportive flexibility and comfort for whatever your day brings. Shop now at Nike.com, and that will be linked in the show notes for you guys, as always. So yeah, I'm feeling maybe the last little tiny bit of my pregnancy, I'll be like getting ready to slow down. But weirdly, I've had like, I feel like more energy than like normal even, where I'm kind of like energized, motivated to be like, let's get this done.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Not complaining.
No, it's great.
I will take any energy at all.
Yeah.
Talk to me in 2 weeks. I'll probably be like,
no, it's good.
Ready to sleep. But
it's natural too.
Yeah.
To have that
like a
burst of energy. Yeah. Which is really nice. Mm-hmm. To just use it to get a lot of stuff done, and you have like inspiration.
Yeah.
Might as well
hop
on it. I know. I would always say that to Nick when I was pregnant with Elwood. I'd be like, oh, like this will just be so nice once I give birth. He's like, you do realize after that we'll have 2 kids, right? I'm like, I know, but I just feel like it's just going to be so much easier. Like I just feel like I can do anything when I'm feeling strong.
Right.
And so if I feel like I am back in like a physical, just like I feel good enough.
Like a body that you recognize a little more or something, and you feel a little more capable
when
maybe.
I can tie my own shoes, life will be easier. Even though I will be having to push a double stroller around, at least I don't have to have someone else tie my shoe.
Yes. I really have been reflecting on that a lot, because whatever way you want to slice it, even though I'm like so grateful to be pregnant, and I've like truly, I'm just beyond myself every day that this is like a reality for me. I feel so grateful. It's still also going through infertility and also doing 3 different IUI treatments and then doing IVF. I'm like, granted, there was a big break between those, but there has been a lot of time that has passed in the past few years of me feeling like my body's not like yours. My own. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just like injecting things, feeling super bloated, feeling not myself, feeling whatever, and then getting pregnant and going through all these different stages. It's like, I'm just, I guess I'm looking forward to like her actually being here, and the reward, like sitting in front of me, and also being able to be like, okay, new chapter. And now I can like, I don't know, like move forward and not be doing shots all the time, and not have to be like conscious of this and that. I don't know. So I am definitely feeling like ready and excited for that for sure.
Nice. Yeah. It'll be very nice.
It will be.
I've been thinking about that a lot lately, like gratitude and like, I don't know if you have to like something in order to be grateful for it. You know what I mean? It's like, you can be so grateful for being pregnant and like love being pregnant in the sense that it's like you're growing your own child or whatever. But it doesn't mean you have to like every aspect of it. Even though sometimes that's what it feels like, at least for me. Like sometimes I'm like, well, does this mean I'm not like grateful if I'm like complaining, or if I don't love this part of it or this?
Well, I think the only people who make us feel that way are other people. Well, I mean, maybe ourselves too, but I think specifically, you know, even seeing things on social media, it's like people just allow no like room for 2 things to be true at the same time. Like just because if you've gone through infertility and you get pregnant, like, I mean, whatever. Anyone's allowed to complain about whatever they want to, but like people don't allow for the complexity that is like, you've waited so long for this thing, but then you're throwing up every day all day. Yeah. It's like, are you expected to be like, and I love it? It's like, that would just be fake at that point. Yeah. You're still grateful. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean you like to be throwing up and nauseous all day every day. Yeah. There's got to be room for some complex feelings. And there are so many within all of that.
Motherhood in general. It's like, even if you have a newborn and they're really colicky or it's really hard, it's like, if you ask them how they are, it's like, I'm so tired, whatever. If someone's having a really hard time, it's like, doesn't mean that they're not grateful for their child and love being a mother.
Totally.
But it's very hard to explain that, I guess.
Yeah. Well, and I think just other people will make you feel like that's not okay.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
You're doing something wrong either way. Yeah. I know.
But luckily, we have our people who I feel like understand, and it's great.
Yeah.
But honestly, sometimes I'm like pleasantly surprised. This is not what I was going to say. I'm pleasantly surprised by just the response that I do get if I do share something like that. I'm like, oh, great. People are going to be like, again, kind of the thing I said where I'm like, oh, maybe it'll be easier after she's born.
Yeah.
I'm like expecting to get all these messages being like, girl, like you wait. Like, oh my gosh, you're in for a wild ride. And then people will message me and be like, no, that's how I felt. And like, I went through it and I still feel like that. And I'm like, oh, I'm pleasantly surprised by like the just people shared experiences, basically being like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. I also, on that note, felt so much more motivated. That's like the thing that I would, speaking of not liking, like when I was pregnant, I wouldn't really feel motivated often. But after I gave birth with both Case and Elwood, I felt so motivated afterwards just to like start doing things and felt this new just
life within you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you also can see that you have children. So you're like, oh, now I see that you're real and you're here.
Yeah.
And I'm your mom now. So I have to go,
live
my life. And I want to do it, X, Y, Z this way, whatever.
For sure.
But it'll be very nice. I'm so excited to meet her. Like, I have been literally fantasizing about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is she going to look like?
I know. Same. I'm shook. I'll just see videos on my For You page being like, this is what this many week baby looks like. And it's like outside of the womb. And I'm like,
a full
that
child
is in me. Like, I can't comprehend it at all. I think I said this like 4 months ago. I was like, I like touch my stomach every morning. I still do that. Every single morning when I wake up, I go like this because I'm like not positive.
Yeah.
My brain can't comprehend that it actually is that there's a child in me.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane to me.
Yeah.
But
oh my gosh.
I'm getting excited.
Yeah. And then when you're staring at the baby, you're just like, what? How did I make you?
I'm sure.
And then after you see what your child looks like, it's so weird that you at one point didn't know what they looked like.
Yeah. It just feels like you always knew.
Yeah. Like you always knew what they looked like and you always knew what their name was. And like, you just can't even like I don't know. It's so
put it out
weird.
Of your mind. Yeah. It's like, that is the kid.
Yes. Yeah. It's so bizarre.
Do you have any other updates?
No.
Because I wanted to share my own shocking encounter with a stranger from literally yesterday.
Oh no!
Great timing.
Is it someone touching the bump?
No. So it actually wasn't directed at me. It was just like more of a thing that Leif and I witnessed that we were like, oh wow,
no.
Okay. So we just went on a little staycation in LA to this hotel, and we were at the pool, and we were sitting there, and this mom was there with her 2 kids. There weren't very many people left at the pool because it was kind of like end of the day. So it was Leif and I. Another couple was like a few beach or pool chairs down. And then there was like a mom and daughter that were older. Like maybe the daughter was my age and she was with her mom, like again, a few chairs away. And then on the opposite side of the pool, it was pretty small pool area, was a mom with her 2 kids. And I want to say the girl was probably 8 and the boy was probably 5.
Okay.
I'm actually really bad with ages.
I know, same.
I hope that's accurate. Especially with kids. I'm like, oh, she's 6 or she's 10. I'm like, I never know how to gauge.
Age 4 to 8 is really tricky for me.
It is really tricky. You guys, Clean Simple Eats just launched a very, in my opinion, innovative product, and it's their new Clean Simple Eats Clear Protein in a can. I have to admit, when this arrived at my doorstep, I was like, I'm confused because I feel like protein drinks are always like protein shakes. They're milky, you know what I mean? But this is in a can and it's like a juice, okay? And it came when I was in the middle of moving. And so my brothers were there, my mom was there, and we were like, oh, let's taste test this. Like, I've never seen a clear protein drink that's like a juice and not, like a protein shake. And it is actually so good. It literally just tastes like a refreshing little drink. It's clear protein in a can that is refreshing, delicious, and perfect for on the go. There's a lot of hype around clear protein right now, and for good reason. Because it's unlike anything you've tried before, it drinks more like a juice instead of a milk. There are 4 light and juicy flavors: blue raz, dragon fruit, tropical orange, and prickly pear, made with absolutely no artificial ingredients. They even have a variety pack to try all the flavors. I have so far tried the dragon fruit and the prickly pear. Both were super, super good. and it's made with only 8 ingredients. This ultra-filtered protein is completely lactose-free, making it easy on digestion, and each contains 20 grams of grass-fed whey protein.
You know, we're beverage girlies here, so we love that we can just take a can with us. I love having a protein shake, but sometimes it is a little bit of a production. And so these you can just easily pop into your bag if you're going to a workout, running errands, or even on vacation, you can pack some away. Clean Simple Eats Clear Protein is the perfect drink to have on hand. You can pour it over ice when you're enjoying it at home, or you can keep the cans just chilled in the fridge for an easy grab and go. We love Clean Simple Eats because their protein is always third-party tested, non-GMO, and gluten-free. So visit cleansimpleeats.com and use the code WhatWeSaid10 at checkout for 10% off your order. That's cleansimpleeats.com, code WhatWeSaid for 10% off your order. Go check it out.
Basically, it was just a display of some of the most shocking parenting I have ever seen. And Leif and I, oh my gosh, you know what? The audio in the back of some of my videos, I think you can hear her. I actually was like, am I allowed to play it, or will it literally get like, am I going to get arrested
or something? Arrested.
I'm just kidding. But she was cussing at one point. But basically, let me set the scene. The little boy was like really pestering the older sister. So again, like ages, I'm guessing like 5, 8-ish, 6 and 8, maybe. Okay. I don't know. And they're both in the pool and they have like goggles on. They're swimming around, but he is like, just like swimming at her and kind of like grabbing onto her. And she's like, kind of
getting
like
dragged down.
Yeah, getting dragged down. And then she'll like come up, be gasping for air. She's like, Jacob, like stop. And she's screaming and she's basically crying from the moment we arrived till the moment, like this entire situation. She's like crying.
Okay.
Because she's like, so mad at her little brother for like constantly jumping, and this kid does not care. He does not give in to her crying. He doesn't care that she's upset.
And he's younger.
Yes.
Okay.
He's repeatedly doing it over and over. I'm talking like 20 times. Like she goes over to the steps and she's like kind of sitting there and he's just like touching her and just like being super, being a little brother, being kind of a menace. And this is something interesting. It didn't really start out heightened. It was kind of just like, okay, the little boy's annoying her, but she really was like crying the whole time, but kind of fake crying, like whining, Jacob, stop, like get him away, mom, get him off, whatever. And he just will not let it go, will not stop, just constantly coming over to her. Like, and so the mom's increasingly getting more annoyed. At the very beginning, she's like, But the thing I found interesting is that she kept telling the daughter to get out of the pool. She was like, basically she never was saying to the little boy like, hey, stop going after her. She was only telling the daughter like, if you don't want him to do it, then get out of the pool. And she was just like, no, I don't want to get out. Make him stop. So that I already found interesting because I'm like, I feel like, he's younger, but he's not 2 years old.
Yeah.
He's like
he can
6.
Stop.
He can stop. I feel like, don't you feel like you would be like, bizarre. Hey, stop.
Yeah.
You're like literally drowning her, first of all. Get off her. Like, come on.
No.
Or tell him.
Interesting principle to teach.
Yeah. Or tell him like, you're going to get out if you don't stop.
Yeah.
But instead she kept telling the daughter.
Okay.
So that I found interesting. I'm like.
Not a girl's girl.
Yeah. I was like, okay. Not the mama's boy.
Yeah.
Coming out. Basically, I mean, I don't even know how much more to say, but it just was like escalated so far to the point where the mom was screaming at them and maybe told them to get out of the pool 100 times. Get out of the pool! Did you hear me? Like, me and Leif were just like, she's like, but you didn't listen to me, did you? Like, psychotic. Oh my gosh, my face is getting red. She was not okay, Chelsea. And we were like, then it starts like F-bombs. It's like, get out of the pool.
Oh my gosh.
Screaming at them. And
what are they doing?
No. And just swimming more. Swimming more. The kid jumping on top of his sister. No. She would like the mom, because the mom didn't want to get in the pool.
Yeah. I was going to say, was she like wearing a swimsuit? Or
she wasn't. She had like a cover up on. She's like, get out of the pool. And she would get close and the daughter would be like, no, and like jump even further and like be swimming. But then the kid would like come after her again and like grab her. And she would like come up gasping for her and be like, Jacob, up! Like screaming. Leif and I were like, this is insane. And I was trying so hard not to laugh because at no point was it actually he wasn't actually drowning her. It wasn't actually concerning. It just was like he was so like annoying. Yeah, it was chaotic.
Yeah.
And
I'm not
she started threatening them because they would not listen. And I was saying, I'm like, this is just the display of the most like shameless. Leif was like, that's the most shameless parenting I've ever seen, where it's just like so loud, has no care in the world for like
other
anyone
people
else at the pool. And she started just making threats, like being like to them. She's like, okay, like we're not coming back to the pool tomorrow. And they'd be like, no, and like scream, but they're still in the pool. She's like, then get out right now. And they'd be like, no. She's like, I'm going to call the pool. I literally wrote down the threats.
The pool monster.
No, the pool manager. She said, we're not coming back. These are the threats she made, okay?
Yeah.
We're not coming back to the pool tomorrow. I'm contacting the hotel manager and they will not be letting you back into the pool.
Not her being a Karen. They don't understand what that is.
Oh, I'm leaving and you won't have a mom anymore. That is wild. I think I actually have this one on video. She said, I don't know what's going to happen to you and I don't care. She was saying she was going to leave the pool and be like, she's like, so I don't know what's going to happen to you and I don't care what's going to happen to you either.
She's at her wit's end.
I'm telling your dad about all of this. I'm telling him
that got me out of the
that
pool.
You've done. And last but not least, you guys are going to think I actually made this up. She told them she was going to call the police. She told them she was calling the police. And these kids still were like, no, not getting out of the pool. I'm like, Leif's like, well,
the manager would have got me.
Yeah.
I would have been terrified of authority. Good night.
The first time my mom said get out of the pool would have gotten me. Like, this is what I was talking to Leif about. I'm like,
true.
Like, I mean, maybe the second time or something.
Yeah.
That just shows that.
Well, I mean, number one, your kids obviously know your threats are
empty.
Yeah, that you're not going to actually hold them to it. They mean nothing. They're like,
clearly,
okay, yeah, you're going to call the police. You're going to call the pool manager.
Like, I've heard that one before.
Yeah, okay,
totally.
See, you're going to tell dad, okay.
Yeah. It was very clear. It was giving, this happens a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is not a one-time show.
Yeah. Like, it's obviously not working. That's the thing. It's just obviously not working. The threats.
They're not working. Let me see if I have any videos of, or any audio, because I'm literally like shooting content for this hotel. I'm like drinking a green juice, like doing fries.
My
and
relaxing
like,
day.
Out of the pool. I'm like,
in the background, it's like a girl gasping for air.
Literally. Let me see.
Oh my gosh.
You're gonna get this. I don't care. You didn't listen to me. I don't know. Okay, that was like pretty tame.
You didn't listen.
I don't care. You didn't listen to me. This. I'm only taking him. Hold on. I think it's this one.
When she's the one who's being beat up?
No, literally.
No. Okay. That's fine. You don't sleep. I don't know what's going to happen to you.
I love beats.
And I don't care.
I don't know what's going to happen to you and I don't care. And she's like sobbing, like telling her she's going to leave her at the pool. I'm like, this is actually traumatizing.
She like wouldn't get out of the pool?
What?
But she also like
I
wouldn't
think
get
at
out
that
of the pool?
point she was out.
Oh.
But I
Wait,
am
then
not.
why is she saying she's going to leave them?
Because she was still just like,
over
she's like, you've misbehaved. Like, and she kept saying that to the girl. She's like, I
Yikes.
told you to get out of the pool. Like, I was saying that for your safety, because he was like jumping on her and stuff.
Yeah.
And again, the whole time I'm like,
Why aren't you telling him
why
not
aren't
to
you
jump?
telling him to stop jumping on his sister?
Yeah.
Like, sure, maybe the girl's being a little dramatic, but it's like, shouldn't he be getting, he got not 1 ounce of like, he didn't get in trouble at all. And he was like being a menace.
As a middle child whose main concern in life is fairness, I would have been, if I was that little girl, beside myself. Beside myself.
And you can hear like even in that video, she was like, I didn't even do anything. Like,
there's no worse feeling.
I know. I mean, she did defy
Yeah.
her mother literally 100 times, saying she wasn't going to get out of the pool. But anyway, I was like, this is perfect timing to record a shocking episode because that was wild. And there were like I'm telling you, there were
Other
a
people?
few moments where Leif and I were like, oh, wow, this is like screaming
Insane.
at them. Yeah. And
Oh
just
my
no shit,
gosh. No shame.
no shame. Like there's tons of other people. It's just like, okay, that is beyond.
Yeah.
It was really wild. And I just kept thinking,
Some
I'm
people
like,
really are shameless with their parenting in public.
I don't know one person. I was telling Leif, I'm like, I don't know one person in my life that would act like that.
No.
Like as a parent.
No.
I don't know any of my friends that would like.
Well, their kids would do that in the first place. Probably not.
Right.
Maybe on like a bad day, but.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sure your kids, sure, they misbehave, they fight with each other, but like,
But when you've taught them that your threats are aimless,
Yes.
they're not going to listen. That's the thing. It's like kids are naughty. They're going to be like, they're exploring boundaries. They're, whatever. Like I have a toddler I know very well, but.
You actually told them 100 times and you threatened to call the police and they're still not listening
Yeah.
to you. Like, that is wild.
Obviously not a one-time thing.
No.
Yeah.
Obviously a pattern, which is crazy. Anyway, yeah.
Just
she
more
was
so that's
unwell.
in public. Like,
Yeah.
okay, dude.
I know. I'm like, what do you tell them in private? Goodness
Yeah.
gracious.
Probably the same thing. It probably has no shame. Just like.
True. Yeah, it was just escalating and escalating. And when they left, I didn't even say the craziest part. At the very end, she's like, we're not even staying at this hotel. Like, we came over here to come to this pool and you guys are like basically admitting that they shouldn't even be there. Like, they don't even have access to this pool. I'm like, oh, so you've made our life hell for an hour and you're not even supposed to be staying
Oh my
here.
gosh. Like you snuck in.
Yes.
Goodbye. Sometimes
like,
kids
wow.
at hotel pools, like I know that's kind of who it's for. The pool at the
Not
hotel.
this one.
Oh, really?
Well, you know what I mean. Like certain
Yeah.
hotels, I feel like
It was a fancy one.
it was a fancier like rooftop. I don't know. It didn't give kid vibes
Oh, really?
at all.
I was gonna say sometimes like certain resorts or something. It's like there's it's for kids,
Yeah,
kinda.
yeah.
I mean, there'll be like a part where it's a hot tub or something, where it's mostly for adults. But sometimes the kids at hotel pools are
Nightmares.
free birth control. You're just like,
So true.
what's wrong with you? Like, especially 7-year-old boys.
So true.
Like they're like running, jumping, doing
Cannonballs.
flips. They have goggles on and they're like swimming through your legs. You're like, I am going to
it's so
freak
true.
out on you.
So
like
true.
splashing each other, but it's like getting everybody else. They just have no concern for the life around
No
them.
regard.
No.
Yeah.
Playing like Marco Polo so loud, jumping over your head. You're just like, oh, okay. Can you GTFO?
Yeah. No, it's so true.
I have really been trying to be a responsible adult with my finances recently, and something that really helps has been Rocket Money. I have been using Rocket Money for years now. It's helped me so much just keep track of my subscriptions. There were a lot of subscriptions that I had double of, or I forgot that I was paying for that I wasn't using anymore. And it really adds up. So if you're wanting to do the same thing and just tighten up your budget, Rocket Money can be so helpful because they can actually cancel the subscription for you, which will save you time. And time is money.
Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. With Rocket Money, you have full control over your subscriptions and a clear view of your expenses. You can see them all in one place. If you see something you don't want, Rocket Money can help you cancel with just a few taps, which is so nice. I love how they take kind of the heavy lifting out of it for you because it can feel very daunting to, try and go through all your subscriptions or have like a spreadsheet going and try and be budgeting on your own. And Rocket Money just kind of like does all the hard work for you. And then you can sit back, just do a couple taps and can save you lots of money. Plus, they can help you create a custom budget and keep your spending on track. They will even try to negotiate lower bills for you by up to 20%. And Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features. So stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/whatwesaid. That is rocketmoney.com/whatwesaid. rocketmoney.com/whatwesaid. Yeesh, there were a few kids like that on our baby moon that were like a bit crazy too.
Yeah.
We're like in this calming environment and it was. But anyway, that was a bit shocking. I haven't seen something like that in a while where someone's just like yelling. You know what it was almost as if it was almost performative in certain ways where it was like she's trying to show everyone like I'm wrangling these kids, but it's like
I don't care.
yeah, I don't care. Like
That's awesome. You don't care.
It's like, oh, geez.
Yeah.
But the things you're saying are
Terrifying.
also shocking.
Yeah. I'm going to call the police.
Calling the police. And she
Yeah.
sounds dead serious when she's saying it too.
Yeah.
And they'd like be screaming. She'd be like, okay, well, I'm going to call the police now. No! Like just freaking out every time, but still wouldn't get out of the freaking pool. Like,
I can't. Well, I feel like it's very, I'm not against children in public places at all. Trust me. Like, I'm really not. I bring Case and now Elwood like to restaurants, whatever. But I really believe that they should be out in public as early as possible, as much as possible, so they don't turn into that where it's like they don't know how to behave with people around. They're not socialized because no one takes them out into public. It's like they're gonna have tantrums a couple times, and I mean, I don't know. Again, I only have a 2-year-old, so don't come out with like just white comments. But it's like you have to teach them how to be in public.
Yeah, I feel like at that age, if you're like 8 years old, like you should be able to not be like
you should have
screaming and crying.
You should have
in public.
You should have shame instilled in you at that point.
Yeah,
where you're like,
yeah.
I don't want to scream and like have adults be looking at me while I'm
Yeah.
screaming, or like other people. You should kind of know.
For sure. That's what was shocking me is like their age. I'm like,
Yeah,
you're not. It's not a 2 and
a 2
3-year-old.
3-year-old. Yeah.
It's like
or even a 4-year-old.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, these are full blown kids
Yeah.
who are like definitely going to school at this point and are at the age where they definitely should be able to listen.
Yeah.
To their parent and be like, okay, it's time to get out.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, it was a bit crazy.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
I love that.
Great content. Honestly, great entertainment.
Yeah.
At the same time, even though it was just shocking and it went on for so long, when they left, me and Leif just looked at each other. We're like,
Well, sometimes, again, I don't have older kids, but that will happen on planes sometimes. Like, I do not care if there's a baby crying on the plane. I don't care. What I do care about is you yelling at the screaming child. Like,
yeah.
I don't care if your child's upset and they're screaming, they're having a tantrum. What I don't want is you to be like making a bigger deal about it and screaming at them. That makes it worse. That stresses your kid out.
Makes
Stresses
everyone feel
else
awkward.
around you. Like, if your kid is screaming, and like most people understand they're a kid, especially a baby or like a toddler or something. If they're first time on a plane, like we get it. You screaming on top of them is even worse. And not once have I seen it work.
No.
Where you scream at them and then they stop and they're like,
No.
oh, I'm happy now.
Traumatizes everyone involved,
Yeah,
including
everyone involved.
the strangers. It's like jump scare.
I always like, again, I don't have much experience, but I've taken Case on a lot of planes, and I feel like your kids, especially babies, feed off of your energy.
Mm-hmm.
So the more stressed you are and more, you're thinking about, oh, everyone's going to think this, then you get stressed and you start like yelling or saying something. That's going to make your kid more stressed and everyone else more stressed. If you're just chill and if they're crying for a second, you just don't panic. It's like, okay, like babies cry, let's figure it out, instead of like grab the diapers, like what's happening? He needs to stop crying immediately. It's like, let's just calm down.
Yeah.
Let him cry for a second. It's okay. No one's going to arrest you. No one's going to kill you. Like, let's just take a second.
Take a beat.
It's just so much better that way. And I feel like the baby feeds off of that
For sure.
and doesn't.
Like you're probably always not going to be at me. For sure. I have so much experience flying with children.
I mean, that's
expert,
kind of
basically.
in general too.
Yeah, I think, I definitely agree with that. Obviously, there's going to be times where you can't control your kid perfectly.
Yeah, if they're not feeling good or
Yeah.
if they're upset, like they have emotions too. But
I do think overall, your
never once
energy
when
is very
I'm
important.
upset, is someone screaming at me going to help.
No. And that's kind of what we were saying about this woman too, is it's like even the daughter crying the entire time and being like, no. It's like not to be so judgmental, but it's like, well, look where she's getting it from. Like,
Yeah.
because I was thinking, I'm like, to be that defiant is crazy. Like for your mom to actually have to tell you 100 times to get out of the pool is absolutely insane. But I'm like, well, but look at the mom. And look at how she's treating her.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that surprising.
Yeah. 100%.
Anyway.
Parenting 101.
Yeah, we know
With
everything,
us.
obviously. So much experience. So let's get into these shocking
I just had a
encounters.
moment of panic that we did not press record, but we did.
I have that every time we record. Okay, you go first.
I was shopping at Walmart and a lady asked me when I'm due. I wasn't pregnant. That's always not a good thing to say.
We've always said, Don't ask.
Don't ask.
Even if you're very visibly pregnant, just don't ask.
Let's just all agree to say no when people ask, even if we are. So that people all around the world learn to stop asking.
True.
Even if you're 9 months pregnant with twins and someone asks you if you're pregnant, say no.
Good idea.
No. And then we'll just teach everybody, just stop asking. Shame everyone into stop asking.
What if they say, when are you due? Due with
Say
what?
for what? Due for a yearly physical.
I
What are you talking
can't
about?
imagine the amount of stress that would cause. Someone else.
Yeah.
Like, when do you do? And you said that. Do with what?
Do.
What do you mean?
What am I doing? What?
That is terrifying to think about. I was out for a run and I ran past this old man, probably like 80 years old, and he said, I could trip you right now, but I won't.
Sir.
Okay, sir.
Sir. Wait, how old was he?
80. I could trip you right now, but I won't. Well, thank you. What a saint.
Has to, he's too old to actually do anything. So he's like, just as a reminder, I am a man and I could hurt you. Still at this age.
At this
the
old
ripe
age.
old age of 80. Ew.
Normalize not saying every thought that comes into your head.
No.
We don't need to know.
No, absolutely not.
I could trip you, but I won't. Is crazy. I'm going to say that to a man.
Intrusive
Next time
thought one.
they're...
Just a stranger walking
Yeah.
by. I could trip you. It's like, okay. And?
If anyone could kind of trip anyone.
Yeah, true. I could trip you. You'd probably die if I tripped
Yeah.
you. I wear a medical device on my arm to help manage my diabetes. I was walking in downtown LA and a homeless man approached me, touched my medical device while saying boop, and just walked away. I was speechless. Not him activating you. Boop.
Please.
Not okay. Absolutely not okay.
It's kind of funny because it's harmless, but it's still shocking nonetheless.
Yeah.
Getting touched by a stranger
No.
in public is wild.
No, it's really crazy.
It's crazy. I mean, it's crazy the lack of boundaries some people have.
Yeah.
At least the girl in Miami asked if she could touch my bump.
True.
Didn't just
Bare
come up
minimum.
and start caressing.
Yeah, very true.
Did has anyone besides that old woman who literally cursed Elwood?
Yeah, literally.
Has anyone else touched your stomach like without you?
Not that I can remember. Not in public. Not a stranger.
Not a stranger.
Thank goodness. Jeez.
I was walking into my favorite bar as a group of guys were leaving, and one of them looks me dead in the eyes and says, "You've got a cute butthole."
Butthole?
What am I missing? Is your butthole out? You've got a cute butthole.
I would be like, wait, what? Is there something on the internet I don't know about?
I hate to bring this up again. I'm sorry for the poop talk, but did you see people commenting? They're like, "Oh, the poop knives." Like,
Yes.
poop knives. I'm like,
I was going to say
what?
we should buy one and like have it here to show on the YouTube channel.
Is that a real thing? We'd definitely get demonetized for that one.
I don't know.
People were commenting. I didn't look into it. I didn't do further research,
Yeah,
but people
same.
were commenting
Well,
once.
I have something right here that could help.
Google.
Yes.
If you did not listen to our last episode, which was what was it called?
Well, it was last Tuesday's
Okay,
episode.
sorry, 2 episodes ago, because we did have an extra Friday episode. Go listen to that one. Wait, is this the one? When is this going up? Now I'm getting confused.
Poop knife.
Whatever.
this is
Go
why-
listen to our last few episodes. But on the ones where we read your confessions, and the girl was saying she sticks her hand in the toilet to break up the situation, and we were like, you need to invent something. And then people were commenting. They're like, no, there's already poop knives. I'm sorry.
This is why I was...
Show me it.
No, not it. This is why I didn't want to look it up.
Oh, don't show me that.
Pictures of actual poop. Okay,
No.
cool. That's good. 2-pack poop divider knife.
You're lying.
I think I might throw up actually right now. Show the class.
A poop divider. Now, what are y'all eating?
No. Not my other searches. Woman shoes, can't open page. Cat boy penis. From our freaking things we don't know. episode of looking up a barbed penis. And then just like so innocent. Jerf Avenue, soft pajamas, you're shopping cat boy penis. And poop knife.
Boy penis is taking me out. Had to specify that one. Poop knife is crazy.
Poop, think big.
So it already does
Okay.
exist. So the invention, so whoever wrote in about that situation, you need to invest in this, obviously.
I'm going to throw up because the visuals, but why
Don't
you
show
need
it
a
on here.
poop knife? If you have laid a mega poop, it would lay across the hole in the bottom of the bowl, and the vortex of draining water merely gives it a spin as it mocks you.
No, that's the description of why you need this product. As it mocks you.
You know what? Now that visual, I see what they were talking
I
about.
kind of do too. Like
Yeah.
the water's going, but it's not.
You need to cut it up. I'm going to throw up. We need to move on. Like I'm
That's
feeling
really
sick.
crazy though. I've never in my life had a situation like that. Like, is that a common
Ew.
thing?
Ew.
Obviously it is to have
Yeah.
created a product such as this.
Such as this.
All right. Anyway, we're moving on from that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I had to bring it up. I was shocked by those comments.
It's my turn. Mm-hmm. An elderly man at a bar said he would buy me and my friends drinks if he could first take pictures and videos up our skirts.
Yeah.
Chivalry is not dead. Were you with us at that one?
Beach trip.
Well, yes, but that's not what I was going to talk about. What's it called? The little football. It's like a league. Stadium football. It's like a smaller
No,
football.
you've brought this up before. I wasn't there.
Oh yeah, some old man was sitting next to us, and like I was with a couple other of our guy friends. I thought you were there, but maybe not. Just a couple friends went.
In high school?
It was like right after we graduated.
Okay.
And the man next to us was kind of, having conversation with us the whole time. Seemed like just friendly, saying stuff to us every once in a while. But we were obviously like teenagers still. Mm-hmm. At the end of the thing, we're about to go. He said, "Oh, and look at this." Shows his phone. Oh, a woman's vagina.
And look at this.
Just goes like this. And
A pervert.
my guy
Hold on.
friend,
Was it like a photo he had taken or was it like a Google image?
a photo he had taken. Like he was like showing us like these photos he had taken. My guy friend was like we instantly were like, okay, we just left. And my guy friends were like, okay, we got to get out of here. Like they were like, that's not cool, dude. And then we left. But we were like,
Wait, he was showing you
we
photos
were
on your
bamboozled.
phone and then was like, and look at this? Like
No.
tricked you?
No. Said, like, was just talking and just was like, by the way.
Why are people sick and twisted?
Sick. Like,
It's
you're
like
old, we're teenagers.
He just wants like a reaction.
Yeah.
That's so scary.
Disgusting. We left and like obviously we were kind of laughing because we're just like, what just happened? That was truly jarring. And we were fresh out of high school. Like we didn't know anything.
That is
Disgusting.
beyond. Wow.
Glad you weren't there.
Yeah. Glad I didn't have to experience that. That is too far.
And because we were kind of like friendly with him up to that point, like when he was like, oh, and look, like we were like, oh,
Literally
and, like,
betrayed your trust.
Yeah. And we're just like, oh, okay, that's not cool.
And again, you know it's going to get a rise and
Yeah.
like a shock because
Yeah.
it's so shocking.
So disgusting.
Ew.
Not that that's disgusting, but just like so vulgar to be showing us that.
For him to show it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I was at the checkout of a Hobby Lobby in the summer and the teenage cashier looks at me and says, "Wow, I've never seen anyone so pale. It's really pretty, but wow, you're really pale." I was too stunned to speak. I'm like, I wrote this one in.
This was me yesterday.
Um,
Save your thoughts to yourself.
I've never seen anyone so pale. I've gotten that before is the thing.
Really?
Oh yeah.
In public?
Not in public. I remember like
Where they're just like taken aback by your paleness.
yeah. I remember in high school that just being like such a common theme. Like
Yeah.
that is literally where my self-tan addiction came from when I was like, I literally must always have self-tanner on because if I didn't or if I like, I'm telling you, I feel like there's like 3 people who have seen my actual skin color.
Yeah.
My mom. I don't think you have. I'm just kidding. I'm not even kidding, actually.
Yeah.
I'm like, Leif has maybe seen my real skin now. He's seen it for a
Yeah.
while now, especially
I
during
definitely
pregnancy.
have.
I know you have, but
Because you didn't do
It's
it all
rare.
the time in high school. Not
Yeah.
all the time.
But yeah, I would always have people make comments about how pale I was. And like guy friends too. And I think those are the ones that stuck with me the most. Like in junior high and high school, they'd be like, whoa, like stuff like that. Like I've never seen someone so pale in my life. And I'm like, cool. And like I always say, pale, and this is something that is unfortunate. And I'm not saying this as something that I believe, but this is just the literal truth, is that pale is never used as a compliment. Think about it. If someone's like, you look pale, like
they're saying like, you look sick.
Yeah, they're saying like, you don't look like you look sick, or whoa, they're shocked by your paleness.
Yeah, like you're blinding.
You're blinding me. Like, whoa, you're so pale. It's never
just going off. I'm like, you're blinding. You're sick.
Yeah, like sick, twisted, Victorian child, ugly, hideous. I'm like, correct. Yeah, no, it's true though.
Undesirable. Never want to be pale.
It's true.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because if you are naturally very pale, I'm sticking up for all my pale girly. Mia has a spray tan right now. I'm like, I'm with you. No, it's
covered head to toe.
It's covered head to toe with a spray tan. So ashamed of my paleness, actually. That's the thing. I'm actually so ashamed of my paleness. I need to like embrace it, because what if my daughter's super pale? I've been thinking about that lately. Like, I don't want her to hear me like talking about being pale is a bad thing.
And you know what?
And I do think it's actually beautiful as a thing.
Yeah.
On other people, that's the thing. When I see other pale people, I think it like suits them so well. I think they look gorgeous. But on myself, I'm like, I just feel better when I'm tan.
I know.
Hate it.
And you'll probably think it's just so pretty on your daughter, but you still will want to self-tan yourself.
Yeah. You guys, summertime is finally approaching, my personal favorite time of the year. And if you're looking to get your skin glowing in time for summer, it is time to get started with Apostrophe, the sponsor of this episode. Apostrophe's goal is to help you feel confident in your own skin. Whether you're dealing with breakouts, signs of aging, or acne scarring, Apostrophe will help you love the skin you are in. Skin issues, or just when you're not feeling fully confident in your own skin, it truly does affect your life so drastically. I feel like there have been times in my life when I'm dealing with skin issues, whether that's like redness, dryness, acne, all of them combined at some points. And it just makes it so hard to be motivated to like go and do fun activities or put makeup on, because you just feel like it doesn't lay well. And that's why Apostrophe is here to help. I really think this brand is awesome because it is an online platform that connects you with an expert dermatology team to get customized acne treatment for your unique skin. I feel like getting a customized treatment plan is so important because everyone's skin is so different. So if you're seeing people talk about a certain skincare product online, there have been many products that I've seen recommended and I try it out and it just doesn't work for me specifically because of my skin. And so through Apostrophe, you can get access to oral and topical medications that use clinically proven ingredients to help clear acne. You simply fill out an online consultation about your skin goals and medical history, snap a few selfies, and a dermatology provider will create a customized treatment plan just for you.
Apostrophe offers access to prescription treatments for all types of acne. So from hormonal acne to facial acne, even back, chest, and butt acne, you can treat breakouts from head to toe. We have a special deal for our audience. Get your first visit for only $5 at apostrophe.com/whatwesaid when you use our code whatwesaid. That's a savings of $15. This code is only available to our listeners. To get started, just go to apostrophe.com/whatwesaid. Click Get Started, then use our code WhatWeSaid at sign up, and you'll get your first visit for only $5. Thank you, Apostrophe, for sponsoring this episode.
There's that clip that I sent you of Paris Hilton. She's like holding her baby. She's like, "You're so pale." She's like, "And I can't spray tan you yet." I'm like, me. Anyway, stay tuned for me too.
I know.
Embrace myself. I've had moments where I feel like I have
a shimmer of bravery.
Yeah. Embrace the paleness a little more. I mean, truly, even me with a spray tan is pale. Like, that's the bottom line. Like, even when I have self-tanner on, I feel like I'm never going to look like super tan. I will like look paler than everyone still, but I feel like I got some color.
Yeah.
So, anyway, all this to say, I feel this girl's pain.
Yeah.
And my gymnastics coach, when I was literally 4 or 5 years old, nicknamed me Michelin Girl.
No,
just like
that's
the Michelin
not okay.
Man, which is literally a pudgy white like character.
Literally
like you're a Michelin Girl. Yeah, and literally called me that every day. So I've had lots of experience with people chatting about how pale I am.
Yeah. Where they're not outright being mean, but they're saying it in a way where it's like teasing, and to you, you're just like,
It's not
funny.
Again, it's never a compliment.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like, no, not endearing.
And also when it's your natural skin tone, it's like, okay,
what am I supposed to do about that?
Again, I can spray tan.
No, I hate that. Whenever something you can't change, especially when you were bringing up like guys in high school or something, they think it's funny and they will, but what they say to you, their remarks about your appearance will stick with you. I can remember like
lifetime.
3 or 4 things still to this day, word for word, where I was, what I was wearing when a guy friend, like not even someone who I'm interested in, but just like a guy who'll just say something about something, my appearance, like my nose, or like before I had braces, like my teeth, just like weird things. And they say something, I'm like, I will be remembering that for the rest of my life, and it will drastically affect me.
100%.
Yeah. And I will be paying thousands to work on whatever you have told me.
I remember going on a boat in high school and someone being like a guy being like, whoa, you blinded me, like jokingly. And I'm just like, cool.
That's awesome.
But that seriously would make me opt out of like
fun things,
fun activities, because I was just like, everyone else is so tan and like I don't want to go and just be like, look so pale.
That's so sad.
I literally, Leif asked me on our first date, we like hung out or whatever, and then the next day they were going to like the river, and he was like, oh, if you're free you should come, like, and I remember like literally being like,
can I wear jeans?
Yeah, like I'm not going because I'm so pale right now. And I remember opting out and saying like I had stuff to do because I was like, I don't want to go on like but also going swimming on like a
river
for any girly beginning stages. If you have any sort of body image issues, which I feel like a lot of girls do, it's kind of a scary like literal first date to be like, let me show you my entire body in my swimsuit. And I remember that would being a factor though. Like I remember being like, oh, I would need to like put self tanner on. I don't have time tonight. Like it's been a literal part of my life. Like the paleness of it all.
The challenge. Yeah, that's so sad.
And the older I get, truly, I just said I'm ashamed of it. I'm kind of kidding, but I'm kind of not. But I do feel like the older I get, the more I am with like, this is literally just my skin. I feel like it affected me a lot more when I was younger.
Yeah. And the older you get, the more you realize everyone has that thing.
Totally.
Especially other girls when you're going to a water thing, water activity.
We all got something.
Yes. People are like, my boobs are too small. I don't want to be in a swimsuit. Yep. Like, I don't like my stomach. I don't like my thighs. I don't like, they have like some insecurity. I don't like myself without makeup or whatever it is that
100%.
They don't want to like go. So sad.
It is. What a waste of like just fun activities to be worried about, but I totally get it, and I have been there many times. So
I was just pondering on how, there's that trend on TikTok. It's like the list of like why people are scared to get pregnant and like give birth and stuff. Like
add it
where's
to the
the
list.
girl with the list?
Yes. Okay.
And I was thinking how most of those things, like the videos that get comments like that, are about how the girl's body has changed. So like be showing all their stretch marks, or like I gained 70 pounds while I was pregnant, like, and then, or I gained 100 pounds and I can't lose it. Like it's always something like, oh, my hair's falling out with
like
appearance.
Revolving.
Yeah. And then it's all of these comments about, this is so scary. Like I am so scared to have kids. Like I'm so scared to get pregnant, blah, blah, blah. Which is valid, but I was thinking how sad it is that is how centered we are on our appearance, that like
that's like the scariest thing of all to us.
Yes, that we're like, we are really considering not doing that. This like amazing thing that we could do, that maybe we want the end result. We really want to have children, but we're so scared of our stomach getting ruined, or like these things that seem world ending. That's how important appearance is to us, that we're willing to like give up so many things, or like even fun experiences like that. That's why I was thinking about it, where it's like there's so many times
like
where I
willing to not go on a
live
trip
your
with your
life.
friend, because of like your
you're like, I don't want to be like in a swimsuit. I don't want to wear that. Like
totally.
I don't want to be seen right now. It's so sad. We're just like hiding away because we don't, and then nobody cares.
No.
It's like just
literally
nobody cares. Even like when you're saying that, I'm like, I would have literally, even if I would have made a joke, or like if someone else has made a joke, they don't ever think about it, about your paleness.
No.
Like
Totally. And confidence is everything. Like I look back and I think about if in high school I just like owned it completely.
Yeah.
It's just that I was insecure about it a little.
Yeah.
So it's like, sure, maybe I could kind of like brush it off. I feel like I've always had like a good sense of confidence. It's not like I was hiding in my room all day every day.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like there were certain activities, but I feel like if I could have just owned it a little more,
Yeah.
that would have been so awesome because then I just
You
would
could have done more.
Yeah, I would have like had more experiences and just not cared and been able to brush it off. And I feel like that would have been so empowering. But yeah, we all do have our things for sure that just we're
ruin our
about.
fun.
That you're thinking about all the time.
Okay.
Sorry for talking about how pale I am for actually 20 minutes.
It's good. It's real. It's authentic. I was walking out of my university bookstore alone wearing jeans and a t-shirt, and the female security guard looked at me and said, "Keep your legs shut, sweetie." I was shocked and just walked away in confusion. Wearing jeans and a t-shirt.
Keep your legs shut? Like for future reference or like currently?
I don't know. Probably for future reference, and she was just walking.
Okay. Roger that.
Some of these are just confusing. And when you're in the moment and someone says something so out of line to you, it's like when I was
So out
saying
of
that girl
pocket.
touched my stomach and I'm just like, I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. And you're like, okay,
Speechless.
thank you for the advice. I'll keep my legs shut.
Wait, where did she say she was? In college?
University bookstore.
Okay. Interesting. A guy at church who I had never seen before took me to the side and told me my skirt was too short and that it made him feel uncomfortable and that he would never ask me to babysit for his family because of it.
Oh, a grown man with a family.
That's good because I didn't want to babysit your ratchet kids anyway.
And if I knew you'd be looking at me in a skirt. Also, I would never wear a skirt to babysit. Like, not that matters.
Also,
but.
again, let me be clear. I don't want to babysit for you.
Yeah. I don't want to be near you.
Acting as if that's like such a, like,
Oh,
I'm
you're going to
taking
pay me
away
$12 an hour?
Yeah,
A lost opportunity.
the loss of a lifetime. Like, oh, darn. I don't have to watch your
Ew.
snot-nosed kids.
Why do they think that they can just say these things?
Makes me feel uncomfortable. Wowza.
Okay.
Who I had never seen before. Have you ever gotten like kind of dress coded or like you shouldn't be wearing that, like that's too short, stuff like that when you're younger, or not really?
I'm trying to think of like a teacher or something besides my own like mom being like, you can't wear that out, or like that's too short or something.
Luckily, I always covered my entire body because I was insecure.
Going back to the pale thing.
Yeah. So I didn't run into that problem.
Yeah. I was definitely always pushing the limit, but I can't remember. Nothing sticks out, which makes me feel like not anything crazy.
Yeah, I didn't have any really experiences like that either.
I remember somebody, like a friend, I was wearing a monokini when I was little.
Okay, wait.
It's like a one piece, but it was like literally cut. You could see my sides. You could see my sides. So far from a bikini or even a tankini at that point. But I loved that swimsuit.
Oh, I bet.
It's like,
how old were you?
Sexy. Probably 12.
Okay, slay.
And one of my friends was like, oh, I can't. She was with her mom. And she was like, I can't wear swimsuits like that. My mom says they're really immodest. Like they go against whatever. And I was like, and her mom was there and she was like, no, like she was kind of like, ugh, like don't say that because she's wearing that, which was nice. It wasn't like, she was like, yeah, immodest. She's like, oh no, like it's fine. People can wear whatever they want. But I remember thinking like, so you think I'm a slut? Noted.
No, not me getting shamed when I was fully married like 5 years ago from my little cousin telling me that I was dressed immodest at Thanksgiving.
What were you wearing?
I was wearing like a shirt that had a hole right here.
Stop.
Yeah.
The cutout.
Yeah, like a cutout like on my shoulder kind of. You can if you're watching YouTube,
How
you
old
can
is
maybe
she?
see it. She's the same one that told me my engagement ring was not her style. So she's very outspoken.
She's got.
And I can't remember how she said it, but she basically was like, oh, why are you dressed immodestly? And I was like, so taken aback, humbled immediately. I'm like, not the religious trauma coming from my 7-year-old cousin.
Yeah.
No, she's probably like 8 or 9.
Wow.
And she'll just like say it how it is. Like, oh, I
Honestly?
truly don't remember what I even said. I think I said like, this isn't really immodest.
Yeah. I'll show you immodest. Look at my Instagram.
I'll show you something. I'll show you something a bit crazy. Go to my Instagram.
Wearing a tank top.
Yeah. You're going to see some midriff. You're going to be a little shook.
You might see my belly button.
Yeah. If you're lucky.
Hey girls, love the pod. When I was a new mom, I was at the store with my baby girl and an old man came up and kissed my daughter on the cheek. I was shocked and furious to say the least. Definitely too stunned to speak.
Ooh, I'm scared of that.
No, like bring shame back. Bring
shame
shaming
back.
people back in public.
You know who?
Making them feel so dumb.
My friend was telling me about how she has a daughter too. Actually, two of my friends that have daughters were like both kind of talking about the shared experience of like older men saying things about like little baby girls. Like their kids are like 1. And they were both sharing experiences of older guys being like, she's flirting with me. Like,
what?
Like, oh, look at her. She's a flirt when like their baby's looking at her. 1-year-old with like a 60-year-old man. Or being like, oh, she's going to break some hearts. Like those eyelashes. And it's just like, she's 1. Like, why are you sexualizing a literal baby? She's flirting with me.
I'm still stuck on the she's flirting
with me.
That's beyond.
I'm like, ew.
That is beyond.
You're going to have to deal with that?
No, yeah. I know, because at some points where, I mean, I don't have a daughter, so I don't know, but I feel like you catch a vibe very quick.
For sure.
For people where it's like, if it's a sweetie old man, he's like, oh, she's beautiful. It's like, okay, let's stop there.
Yeah.
Like, she's beautiful, whatever. Like, she's cute. Let's not get too specific.
Yeah, let's not get in the weeds.
Yeah, let's not talk about her romantically at all. Comment like being like, oh, she's flirting. She's gonna break hearts. Like, she's 1. She doesn't know how to read yet.
Yeah.
Like, she's not thinking about dating anytime soon. Yeah. And you won't be alive when she does. So.
Yeah. You will not live to see the day. So
something fun that I've added to my nightly routine to just kind of, help me feel like I'm still doing some self-care when I'm in the newborn stage and lacking a little bit of sleep is using a red light face mask from Bon Charge. Bon Charge is a holistic wellness brand with a huge range of evidence-based products to optimize your life in every way. It's founded on science and inspired by nature. All Bon Charge products adopt ancestral ways of living in our modern day world. Their extensive range of premium wellness products help you sleep better, perform better, have more energy, recover, all of the fun things, reduce inflammation. The list is endless. So they have blue light glasses, infrared saunas, and red light therapy. Bon Charge products help you naturally address the issues of our modern day way of life effortlessly with maximum impact. So they have their red light face mask, like I said, that I've been using at night. I know JC's been using it too. It has so many benefits. It can help with wrinkles, fine lines, sore jaw, eczema, migraines, acne, scar tissue, wound healing, relaxation, and ingrown facial hair. The benefits are endless.
the red light therapy mask is so easy to use. You can use it for 10 to 20 minutes each day. I usually do it a few times a week at night. It is the perfect thing to wind down and add to your nighttime routine. You can use it while you watch TV. Maybe you're reading, but you can even like multitask. You can be putting the kids to bed, wear the mask, be cooking a meal, and it's super lightweight on the face and does not get hot. There are a lot of different red light masks and products out there and brands, but they do not compare to Bon Charge because Bon Charge removed circadian and sleep disrupting blue and green light from their red light face mask. Other brands keep those light frequencies in their masks, which can actually disrupt your sleep and your circadian clocks. There's also zero EMF radiation. It's a sleek and lightweight design, and we just love it. So they also have other amazing products like blue light bulbs, blue light glasses, infrared sauna blankets, and more. So you guys should definitely check them out. Go to boncharge.com and use coupon code WhatWeSaid to save 15%. That is BONCHARGE.com and use coupon code WhatWeSaid to save 15%. Also, Bon Charge products are all HSA, FSA eligible, giving you tax-free savings of up to 40%. Okay, one Halloween, I went to work dressed up as a cat unicorn, cat ears and a unicorn horn.
Okay, creative.
And the first customer asked if I was a horny cat and proceeded to start purring at me and winking.
I mean,
he ate.
yeah. gonna say, I mean, if he's just guessing your costume.
And must I say, if you're wearing
That
horns
would
and
have
cats,
been creative.
the winking was a bit much.
Yeah.
Not the purring either. That was a bit much as
was
well.
a bit much.
But
He was looking for an opening, and unfortunately, you were asking for it.
fortunately, you gave him a wide opening. A horny cat.
That's kind of fun. Like, that would be funny. Like, a funny costume. Like a horny something. Like, that's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't wear that to work,
It's clever.
obviously, but
yeah.
I'm screaming. Hi, girls. I love your podcast. I was grocery shopping with my 1-year-old, and an old man came up to us and asked if he could feed my toddler his half-eaten banana. Safe to say we went to a different aisle real quick. His half-eaten banana.
That is bizarre. How
That's
old is
not
he?
okay. That's terrifying, actually.
Terrifying.
I'm trying to think if someone came up and was like, can he eat this? Why do you want to feed my child? Anything. A simple smile will do, sir.
A simple smile, maybe a wave.
Yeah.
Move on.
My child must initiate, first of all, a smile or a wave. If they do wave at you, you must wave back. Otherwise, you are
Scum of the earth.
so unbelievably rude, and I will be glaring at you. You must wave at back or smile, but do not like initiate and start like, especially once they get shy. And then they like keep, I've had a couple weird things like that where it's like, usually
they keep pressing.
Yeah, they're like, oh, hi. And then the baby gets shy or like, kind of like turns away. And then they keep just kind of like going instead of just like, oh, like, talking to me or
Catch a
whatever.
vibe and move on.
Yeah, like he's obviously feeling uncomfortable. He doesn't want to be talking to you and you should move on. Like,
people will even do that with Lady. I know it's not the same as a kid.
Yeah.
But they like do not
Don't
get
get it.
social cues. I'm
Yeah.
like, she does not want you to
Yeah.
pet her.
Yeah.
And we'll say that. We'll be like, she doesn't really like being pet. Like, she's shy. She just
Yeah.
like prefers to like be in her own space, and they'll still like reach for her. And she'll be like trying to like get away, and they just keep going. And I'm like, what's not clicking?
Yeah. Can't you see?
Like, get away.
No, that's bizarre. I'm still hung up on the half-eaten banana.
Can he eat this? That is just simply...
Just can't find a trash can. Please,
Yeah,
please take this from me. Take this burden from me.
Got engaged at 21 and my husband proposed with a family ring. So I had to go to a local jeweler to get it resized after. The lady there shouted across the whole store, "Didn't know they were letting 5th graders get married nowadays." No, because did I also write this one in? Another insecurity unlocked.
5th grader. 5th grader is crazy. A 10-year-old?
No, they were letting 5th graders get engaged these days.
So rude. Again, it's going back to, I'm your customer, right?
Disrespectful.
I'm your customer.
It's giving, I didn't, who are you? Did you find this from Facebook? And I thought you were a teenager.
Yeah, seriously.
That's bringing me back.
No, it's so disrespectful.
So disrespectful.
When you're clearly an adult, you have a credit card.
That's another one where I feel like, well, I guess as you get older, it's a compliment. But like when you're young and you get told you look young a lot, it's also like, well, I don't know. Maybe it's a compliment. They think it is. But like I've been told that a million times. Stuff like that where it's like, you're married? You look like you're 16. Like I would get that all the time.
Yeah.
Being like, you look like a teenager. That I still got it literally just freaking 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And that's also like something that I don't think is necessarily a compliment.
Yeah. It's not like
it feels
when you're at an
disrespectful.
age where you don't need to look younger, like not until you're like
when you're like
a
60
grandma.
and someone's like, "Oh, you look young." It's like, "Oh, cool."
Thought you were the sister.
Yeah.
Thought you were the whatever. It's like, oh, that's nice. But yeah, no. I was walking from the parking lot into school and a normal looking woman started screaming at me, held up her fingers into gun figures and was saying pew, pew, pew. Then just kept walking like nothing happened. I genuinely peed my pants.
Wait, that's terrifying.
Held up her fingers into pew, pew, pew. That must be kind of a thing because I've actually seen like, someone walking around a parking lot and they're like making gun hands and like trying to shoot cars driving by, or like
she's
making
saying
bomb
she
noises.
looked normal, so I think it was more of a shock
Shocking
because
thing.
it wasn't like someone who's like, okay, you're maybe mentally unwell,
Yeah.
something's off.
I know. I'm saying maybe there's like a certain drug or something that
Okay.
makes you want
Want to pew
to pretend you're in Call of Duty or something.
Okay,
I
one way to put it.
In our last apartment, we were like close to a busier road. There was a gentleman who was pretend throwing bombs at each car and pretending to smack and like as the tire, like someone's tire as they were driving by, as if he was like trying to blow up their tire, and was shooting and pretend shooting and pretend throwing grenades. I was pregnant. I'm like, this is good. This
Good
is
energy, great energy. Not throwing grenades.
Yeah.
It really is kind of scary with those types of things. Like when there's
Yeah.
any sort of violence, even
Yes,
just
pretending,
implying
fantasizing.
or fantasizing violence, it's like I'm just getting a little nervous at this point.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, when I was 16 and my sister was 14, a man in the grocery store came up and asked us if we're sisters. We said yes, and he said to my little sister, "Wow, you're the beautiful sister." And then looked at me and said, "You're the cute one. I hope he's in jail somewhere."
At least he said cute. I thought he was going somewhere else with that. I
Ugly?
didn't say like you're the ugly one. You're the duff.
Yikes. You're the beautiful sister.
No, that's terrifying.
I mean,
Now that I have like two sons, I feel like it's very different. I do than like two girls, where appearance wise, but I was thinking even with boys, like for my parents, okay, they had me and Abby were so close in age, and we both had like such different hair. Whereas like Abby had very obviously cute hair and I was bald. So like let's just paint the picture as it was. And I was thinking like for my mom, that probably was so
when you're babies, when you're little.
yeah, we were little girls. Like people would say stuff all the time to Abby, like her hair is so beautiful, and your son, he's so cute too. And I'm like fully a girl and just bald. I genuinely had no hair, and it just like pinned straight, very straggly. I'm talking no hair, like this much
So you're
hair
how
when I
old?
was like 3.
Really?
Yeah, and
Little Chelsea's everything.
like I just looked like a little rascal.
Oh, I'm obsessed
Abby
though.
had little blonde curls. So cute. She was like the cutest little toddler. And I was just thinking, like, for my mom, that probably was like, she probably thought we were both beautiful, but you also probably knew, like, okay, one of my daughters
Just
has
the perception.
yeah, and everyone's commenting on how beautiful her hair is. Like, I don't want the other one to feel like I remember my dad literally said that at like he told this story once. I think I've said this before, but how Abby would always get compliments, and he was like, there was this one guy who was just like a good guy, and he came in and he like saw like our two little girls.
Wait,
and
is
he
this gonna
said
make me
something,
cry?
probably. He said like something to Abby, like, you have the most beautiful curly hair. And then my dad was like, I literally was tearing up. My dad was tearing up because the guy was like, and you have the most beautiful straight hair. And my dad was like, no one said.
I'm sobbing.
I know. Isn't that so cute?
Yeah.
And I was just thinking because of that story, like, oh my gosh, that would be so like, not that you're probably like this girl who wrote in. I'm like, you're so ugly and your sister's so beautiful. It's so sad.
Yeah.
No, but just the comparison
Yeah.
of like looks of sisters. I'm like, that is just.
I didn't have a sister to compare. Oh, imagine if I had a sister who got tan. Ooh, you're dead to me.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, that would be hard to get compared to
Yeah.
a sister.
So close in age.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, on one hand, you know, builds character. But on the
That's
other
true.
hand, it's like, I don't know. It was kind of nice that we were both so different. Like we had such different hair.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
a thought that I was having. I was
That's
like,
sweet.
oh dang. I know. So sweet.
Not you're the beautiful and you're the cute one though. That's
Yeah.
just
You're beautiful. You're cute. Not what you want to hear.
no.
I once met a man in Italy who told me he would love to marry me because I would keep him warm in the winter, and he was being so genuinely, legitimately serious and trying to be sweet. For context, I'm a plus-size 25-year-old girl from Nashville.
Hi.
What's going on over there? They don't have heat?
Keep me warm in the winter. Good. Bye.
Oh my gosh. Why is that so funny though?
It's kind of funny that he's like being so
serious.
for real,
Yeah.
actually, though.
Yeah.
And he's probably like complimenting her.
Yeah.
He probably thinks she's like gorgeous.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm being dead serious.
And you're like, okay, interesting way to propose marriage.
Interesting way. The main concern, keeping him warm. Okay. This is my last one. One time I was at the gym and a random older man came up to me, complimented my apparently elfish features that I did not know I had, and asked if I'd be willing to come down to his workplace dressed in an elf costume to entertain his colleagues.
Entertain? Not even for Christmas? I was thinking like Christmas time.
A clown.
A jester.
He worked at a fire station. Truly shocking.
They've just been on the hunt for an elf. They're like, we want to see an elf perform so bad. Like,
the people's jester.
Literally. And entertain them. What kind of elf?
Literally, you just down there.
Like a Lord of the Rings elf? Or that's what I'm thinking. Like a Legolas. It's like, ooh, you're sexy.
Yeah.
Or like Santa's helper.
I don't know which one we're talking about. Yeah, because an elfish features is kind of, slay. Like sharp
Dungeons
features.
and Dragons kind of elf? Yeah.
Like,
okay. This one. A Walmart cashier gasped when they saw me once and said, "Oh my gosh, your eyes are the exact same color as Jesus Christ's eyes." I had a near-death experience once and met him. My eyes are blue, and I'm pretty sure historians agree Jesus probably had brown eyes. The first person they've seen with blue eyes. They've seen a painting. They've seen
I wonder if they've used that one before. You know?
Yeah.
Like if the Walmart employee is like, that's something they say to people.
Yeah.
To like
They
shock
have their
them.
thing. Yeah. To get a reaction, to wake them up.
Or if that you were the one and only and you literally are Jesus.
Yeah.
Reincarnated.
Reincarnated because of your eyes.
You have the same color eyes as Jesus.
I had a near-death
Wow, what a
experience and
slay.
saw him, met him. Dang.
I mean,
maybe
she
he
said
did.
what she said, or was it a he?
I don't know.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
Same eye color as Jesus is. I mean,
Sure.
can't get better.
Yeah.
That is so. Oh man, Stranger
things have happened.
Stranger things have not happened in this episode. Thank you guys so much for writing in. As always, you guys make these story episodes what they are, and we're so grateful that you take the time to write in your stuff because we love to react to these.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you're following us on Instagram. It's @WhatWeSaidPodcast. Make sure to get our coffee dose drink. It's only available till the end of June. So if you're in Orange County, the Valley Girl Latte is available. It's delicious. You guys don't want to miss it. And yeah, subscribe to us on YouTube if you want to watch the podcast. And give us a rating and review if you're feeling nice. We love you guys so much. And that's what we said. Bye.